Well, hello, this is Dr. Paul Feuerstein, Editor-in-Chief of Dentistry Today, and I am here with my dear friend, Dr. Joyce Bassett. And if you're not familiar with Joyce Bassett, then something's wrong. I don't really want to go through her CV because that'll take 2.5 hours to go through all of her accolades. She's one of the world's foremost authorities on cosmetic dentistry, smile design, patient satisfaction. People leave her office smiling ear to ear, going, wow, look at this. And if you go to one of her classes, you will leave the class going, wow, this is unbelievable stuff. So let's just go from there, Joyce. Joyce, it's early in the morning, but how are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me. And I love
Oh,
this subject.
I
This
did my
subject's one of
hair
my
just for, I did
favorites.
my hair just for you. I want you to know that.
It's perfect.
Um, so what we want to talk about is the patient's experience. Patients come into your office and come into my office, and they say, I don't like my smile. And they say, I heard about tooth whitening and things like that. And you take a look and you think, this may need a little bit more than tooth whitening, but let's start somewhere, and I think to me, and I'm sure for you, that's an entree to the patient's smile design and how you take it from there. So just talk about that experience when the patient comes in and comes to you and says, can you make me smiling better? And so how do you approach that? And how do we fit in the tooth whitening? And what I want to do today also is really concentrate a bit on the Philips Oral Healthcare Whitening portfolio because it's vast and there's some new products that they have. So I want to touch on those and see how you work those into their practice too. That's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. So my patients come in and they don't like their smile, just like yours. And then the first thing I ask is, what about the color? And then they go, yeah, the color, I don't like it. I want to be whiter. And then I say, have you ever tried whitening? And most of them, or some of them, have tried over-the-counter whitening. Some have tried at home, and some of them have not had success. And then we go through why they haven't had success. Were they compliant? So if they're not compliant, not wearing the trays that they have, then I explain to them about the Zoom white speed, and it's in office. And then we can get up to 9 shades in 45 minutes. So then they go straight into that. If
But
they
it's instant gratification.
instant gratification, exactly. And then I know exactly how far they're going to go. They can always follow up with at-home trays, but that's kind of the first jumpstart into their whitening experience. If they have never tried at-home trays, and if they have already just want a grab and go solution, depending on how much money they want to spend on it or how sensitive their teeth are, now in my armamentarium, I have all of these product lines that I can help offer them, and I can customize what their needs are based upon sensitivity and how white they want to get.
And compliance.
And compliance, yeah.
So we do know both of us have seen the new product. It's called Philips Sonicare Whitening Kits. There's two different kits. There's an advanced kit and a caring kit. They do a couple of different ways that they operate. The results are pretty close to each other. Different concentrations of the peroxide. One has 9.5%, one has 6%. But there's something cool about it with the tray system.
What's great is that you can customize them right in your mouth. So it's a grab and go solution. Some of our patients don't want us to scan them or take an impression and they have to wait for the custom tray. They just want to get up and go. So on the way out of the office from their hygiene appointments, they can just pick it up and then they can warm it up over their mouth and then they can do it at home at their convenience. So I love that we have this product line available now for grab and go solutions.
So so how do you use the whitening in general to explain to your patients, well, this goes only so far, and we have other things we can do to your teeth, with your smile. How do you incorporate this in the whole practice? That's what I want to know.
So I take photographs at the very beginning, and then I take a photograph after they've been whitened. And what's great about it is patients constantly are looking at themselves. And so they will see their teeth are white. And now, after I've explained to them, they're crooked, they're crowded, your bite isn't correct, they're looking at themselves. And then the next step is restorative dentistry, bonding, Invisalign, whatever needs to be accomplished. But it's entry them to looking at how they look. So I think it's a great entry point solution for these patients. And then it brings them to the next level. And sometimes they're coming to you going, oh, now I see this wear. Now I see this break. Oh, my filling doesn't match. Can you fix this? Can you fix that? And it helps so much with helping them go forward with treatment planning.
And one of the nice things I've been to your classes too, and one of the nice things you can do also is using some very fancy software out there. We won't mention ExoCAD's name or other 3Shape, whoever it is, but you can actually show them what's going to happen virtually, which is very, very.
Yes. Yes, especially if they get down and they have white teeth, what's in the aesthetic zone, they don't have to do their lowers. Then we can do veneers on the uppers. We can show it to them in the digital technology, and then they can see the difference with what they would do if they proceeded with porcelain restorations. So it's great. The technology is amazing.
And so as you said, there's OTC products, there's a lot of things out there, but Philips Oral Healthcare has a little cachet to it, doesn't it? I mean, it's a trusted company. The name is there. The name Sonicare is there, which is, I believe, why they even named the new process Sonicare, because people know Sonicare. They may not know Zoom, but they might know Sonicare, and it puts it all together in one place. But to me, you don't have a question about what's going on. You're not buying some off the shelf thing, and you know exactly what you're getting because there's been research behind all this stuff.
Yeah, and the ingredients, this is what I would say. And I have these in my office. I have different products depending on their sensitivity. And I buy them for these packaging so they can buy them just one at a time. And they have dual barrel syringes. And I love that they have desensitizing agents in the syringes and remineralization. So when they go through the syringe, it comes together, it's fresh. And then when they place it on their teeth, I don't have to worry about it being acidic and it's going to cause, some kind of a negative situation to the enamel. So I love that this product line is remineralizing and it increases the luster. So I'm really in love with this. And I've been using this product line for probably 20 years and my teeth look really good and it hasn't caused any damage from whitening. So that's it.
Well, as far as the sensitivity is concerned, I've spoken to a number of dentists who have patients who previously had tremendous sensitivity, and with some of the new processes, the new ingredients, they're walking out and go, yeah, a little, and that's a big deal because Philips has figured out that you can put all these little combinations, and it's not randomly done. Again, I'm not. I mean, I know Philips is working with us for this process, but they really do spend a lot of time. And what's the percentage of this? What's the percentage of that? How much of the desensitizer? How much remineralization? And
Right.
that's what the whole product is.
So they think sometimes patients think whitening, you can buy anything and it's the same. It's not. Every product line is different. And that's what I explain to my patient. This is the kind of product line that you want to use for longevity of your teeth so you can whiten when you're in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. Our patients are living longer, they're whitening earlier, and I want them to look like this when they get older. So it's really important that they use the right products.
Well, you're a
And
good
it's our
choice.
job to educate them.
It's nice to have you as the model too.
Well, and I just whitened today because I have a date tonight. And so I went ahead and whitened, especially for us. And then now I feel good. So when you have the at-home solution, it gives you the flexibility to do it whenever you want to do it. So it's always good for almost all my patients now have some of the product, one of the two product lines for at-home solutions.
Yeah, so the new Sonicare teeth whitening kits are very good, but Philips still has all the legacy products too, all the Zoom products, the day white, night white, all these different processes that people can still use if they do have trays. After you've done a very complex case, I'm sure I mean, every single tooth in the whole arch is not done. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So again, it doesn't dissuade you from using whitening even after the process is done.
I have people that only want 8 veneers in there show up to the first molar. So I put the
Uh,
8 veneers in, I make them as full as I can. Then I make a whitening tray over the top, and they have to come back and they have to put a little whitening gel on the second bicuspid in the first molar, and then whitening on the bottom. When they come to hygiene, I look at them, I go, I have a picture of you, it used to match. Now go ahead and buy some whitening gel on your way out and put those trays in. And then I keep them so that they're constantly doing maintenance on the back teeth to match the front teeth because they didn't want to do 10 teeth, which is fine. So
yeah.
yes, this is an ongoing solution, but it's almost like anything else. I have to get my nails done. I have to do whatever I need to do. I explain it to them. This is maintenance, but it looks so good and it makes you look younger and it feels good when you smile.
And so I'm just now I'm really curious. We have all this my word, but my big word portfolio.
Go ahead.
Just go back over it again a little bit. So when you present this to the patient, do you say we have a few different options? I mean, what's the terminology, I guess, for the
Customize it for their needs. So if they're really sensitive, then they're not going for me and they will be compliant, then they're going to be using the at-home solution. And it'll either be the grab and go or it will be the custom trays. if they want a really, really fast solution and they're ready to do cosmetic dentistry, I go, this is going to be our entry point. Let's see how white you can get. Then the after photographs after the whitening, is that good enough for you? Do you want to do more? Do you want to be whiter? Do you need porcelain laminates? Or is it now you can see all of the crooked crowdedness and you want to go into orthodontics? So it's, again, it depends on the patient, their sensitivity level, how much money do they want to spend, how compliant are they? And then I feel as a dentist, we should be the one customizing it for them so they have a positive experience going forward. And this is why before they didn't, and now they will, because we have so much in our portfolio to help them with it.
So I guess it behooves us as dentists to actually the patients can't get these products over the counter. They have to get them from us, which is very important because we're going to hand it to them and that's say take it home and say, and here's how you use it. So I think that the offices who are watching here should take a look at the entire portfolio. My big word today, the entire portfolio, and really should have all these things in the back pocket. So when you're talking to your patients and they go, well, I want to do whitening, and you can explain all these products and processes and say, so, and we can help you with this. We have this here. We can, if you want to sell it per se, if you want to put it as part of if you're doing a giant case, you can just probably add it into the case and say, we'll do, add it on, things like, I mean, that's a marketing process. And I think it'll help you economically in the practice and bring new patients into your practice too. And now, I think we've given a good overview of the whole Philips portfolio, Philips Oral Healthcare portfolio. And I think everybody should just do a little bit of homework on that. Plus, I want them to come and see your lectures, Joyce. I mean, because it's all incorporated, and you sit there for a couple of hours and sit there with 15 screens around with each screen and see things.
Fun.
But you explain it so well, and there, and people go. It's a lot of GPs will go, I could never do that. And when you present it, you say, let's just do this, this, and this. And you walk through it and you actually can walk out and do these things. Go, wow, I can actually do these things, which is
Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it.
great. Well, I don't want to beat this down too much, but I think we've pretty well covered the whole concept of this, where it fits in the practice. I think that we should be you should all get very, very familiar with Philips Oral Healthcare, the whitening products, all their other products too. We haven't even discussed the toothbrushes and the flossers and things like that. They're just a great partner for your practice, and that's the best I can say. So thanks very much. Thanks, Joyce. I know you have to run off to some far away land later today,
All
and
right.
it's just been great. It's always great
Thank
seeing you.
you. It's been great being with you always. Thanks, Paul.
All right, thanks a lot.